Hi guys, your girl Key. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be doing our weekly ramblings of a WWE fan. Because I said because I didn't do SmackDown video, I was going to do it a little earlier ramblings. So here we are on a Monday. Crazy. But we're going to get into it. We're not even going to pull no punches. We're going to get into it. I think that Solo and Cody Rhodes having a feud should be very short. It should be short, and it should be for Money in the Bank. It shouldn't go any further, none of that, because Cody Rhodes needs to stay away from the bloodline as far as possible. He needs to have his own stuff for a while before Roman Reigns comes back and tries to get the belt, if that's what Roman Reigns even wants to do. Just because Cody Rhodes needs to solidify himself as a champion outside of the bloodline, outside of all that, because at the end of the day, I think not a lot of people, I think there's a few people that might think that he can't do much on his own, or like that star power that the bloodline brings is what holds him up. And people can have their own opinions, that's fine. But for his reign, for his whole character, it's important that he just stays away. He needs to stay away and have his own stuff. Because I think the Logan Paul stuff, to me, seemed a little bit short notice. They just needed something. But this AJ Styles beef, it was different and it's new. We just need to keep on going like that before you even talk about bloodline stuff. And since Roman is just far from the bloodline at this moment, taking a little vacation is fine. And it kind of has nothing to do with Roman. So that's the point. That's the part where it helps both Solo and Cody Rhodes in this new bootleg bloodline. Because at the end of the day, we don't really know. Sure, we know they are some hooligans, I guess, whatever Paul Heyman would call them, but we didn't see that necessarily. We just seen them jumping people. It's like, it's nothing different from regular stuff. So we're able to see this whole bootleg bloodline, and really get a impression of how they would go against somebody like Cody Rhodes. Now, I need y'all to know this right now. I'm missing some Jimmymmy. I feel like I need Jimmymy to come back soon. I know he's not going to come. He shouldn't come back at the same time as Roman at all, or any of them. He needs to come back on his own and have his own little moment, just because it would be so important for his character. Because I think a lot of people kind of fell off on his character just because of the fact that it didn't make sense for Jimmymmy to come back to the bloodline. It didn't make sense for him to do certain things. But I mean, I kind of get it, I kind of don't. But with what he has done and why he did it, but at the same time, it's murky. It's very murky, and a lot of fans just don't understand it. And he needs to have his own little redemption. Needs to have something like for himself, like how Jay was able to be the right hand man far from Jimmymmy and have his own character, and it turned into main event Jey Uso. Jimmymmy need to have something like that as well. And Solo's having his moment right now by being this head of the table. Now, when it comes to Drew McIntyre and the Damian Priest fight, I liked it. And I liked the fact that it showed that Drew can beat Damian if he wanted to. And I think that's important to show that there's nothing, it doesn't knock Drew. Because him losing in general, I feel like, if I'm really thinking about it, it makes sense he lost, because at the end of the day, CM Punk was always going to intervene, period. He said that already. We should have been expecting it. But it didn't make Drew look weak by losing. He was just caught off guard, which has happened before. And Drew, honestly, is not the victim, because you literally attacked CM Punk while he was injured. Said you prayed for this, all that. So I'm not looking at Drew as a victim. I mean, I feel bad that this is the second time this has happened to you, but at the same time, Drew, it's kind of his fault. It's kind of his fault. Shouldn't have poked the bear. You kept poking the bear. this is what you get. And it just sets up their match for whenever they do it. Maybe SummerSlam. It looking like SummerSlam, but you never know. It could be Money in the Bank. You don't know. Now, Nia Jax needs to have herself a storyline before SummerSlam, because she does not need to just have these one-off fights like she did with Michin, but needs to build something else, because she needs to be our next women's champion, and she needs to just let us know what's going to be happening when she comes champion. Like, I want her to have a very memorable championship reign. I need her to have something good, and Nia, to me, deserves that. Although I personally don't want any long championship reigns, she's the exception to that rule. And just like the tag teams, some of the tag teams are exceptions to the rule, she'll be an exception to the rule. Now, for Money in the Bank, I'm looking forward to it if they do what they're supposed to do. Okay, I don't want to be disappointed at the end of it. I don't at all. Give me what I want. Don't play no games, and we cool. This could be the best. This might be the best pay-per-view other than WrestleMania, because although I do find enjoyment in these previous pay-per-views, it seems like it'll be something in it that just kind of be like, oh, all right. And that's what happened the pay-per-view last time with Clash of Castle, is that whole AJ fight that just blew me, man. It just blew me. I don't like seeing AJ be weak, but he's going to Japan in July. Hopefully he get that dub, because he needs something. He needs something, because he is the phenomenal one. He don't need to be looking like no scrub, because he's not. And at the end of the day, AJ Styles, I don't think he's old. I don't think he's too old to be going in the ring. I think he got a few more years in him. To be honest, I'm not him, so I don't know how his condition actually is. I don't know how his body be on a daily basis. But at the same time, I think he's not slow in the ring. Now, a lot of people might have differing opinions, but I only have an opinion that's kind of iffy on this idea, just because he has gotten a lot of chances and kind of messed up. But I don't think that there's a room for you not to have redemption, and I think it would be good. Is Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy too, but more so Jeff, because Matt, he kind of might have his own thing going on in TNA. You know what I'm saying? He can do that stuff, and I don't know where Jeff would be necessarily in that whole scenario if he ever came back. But because they're in TNA, and TNA has been crossovering with WWE, and WWE crossovering with TNA, I want to see Jeff Hardy back. I do. And just because he is a high flyer, so I think you put him in anything, he got it. Honestly, walk with me, guys. If they put him in Money in the Bank, I would not be mad. His body got to take it, though. He needs to be good enough to have it. But him in Money in the Bank gives you back to some old school Jeff Hardy, flipping off of things, and have him back in the WWE ring. I mean, as long as he's staying healthy, that's all that matters. Staying healthy, staying good. He can have a redemption story of something that we haven't seen in a long time, because he's had his moments of being back, but then always kind of falling off a little bit. And I don't know. I really want the best for his career, especially towards the end of his career. I want him to have kind of a redemption, really, because he kind of made a lot of people's childhoods. I mean, I plan on making a video on the wrestlers that kind of made me love WWE, and he will be one of the people, because he really put in his all for this, and he's loved it. So I want him to have himself a great end of his career. He's 100% a Hall of Famer, but you know, just that redemption of, okay, I'm sorry for I keep messing up, I'm sorry, but we're human, and it would be nice for the fans as well. Now, I just don't know enough. I'm kind of ignorant on this, but I don't know where this Uncle Hallie stuff is gonna really fit in, and I'm kind of not looking. I'm not looking forward to it. It has to be something that I gotta see to really like. Just because I don't, in general, I don't like the creepy stuff anyway. Back in the show days with the Wyatt family and everything, Wyatt family kind of freaked me out as a kid. I mean, it was cool. The moves, they were cool. Don't get me wrong, they were cool. I love the moves, but at the same time, I would always root against them just because it was a little creepy for me. And I think now I'm still off creepy stuff, but if it's executed well, I'm all for it. It's just, I'm getting tired of these QR codes. I'm getting tired of it. I'm tired of seeing the little glitches on my screen. Give me something, and it better be worthwhile, period. But that's the end of this video. Please tell me any videos you guys want me to talk, like anything you want me to talk about, like any video ideas. I would love to hear them. I love to hear you guys' opinions. I really appreciate you guys getting me to 40 freaking subscribers. Like, what? It's crazy. But I appreciate the love, the comments. Like, the comments, I love them. I love interacting with you guys. But please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.